weeks ago, some criminals killed 3 of our policemen who were on duty to save us. Let me commend security agencies of taking the fight back to them. And those young men who killed the 3 policemen, I thank God too, they have also joined them there. It's the policy of the state government. If you die in cause of protecting the state, this is what we are supposed to do. And so, just like it's our practice, it's our custom, each of the families of those 3 policemen that died will give them 20 million naira.
Governor Wike also called on the federal government to set up a welfare fund for veterans and families of fallen heroes in its yearly budget, as the yearly fundraising is not sustainable and should be discouraged.
People who have fought for you, people who have made their lives for you to be alive to survive, to continue with what you are doing. We are still talking about how do we support them. So when you look at it holistically, you find the problems we have. So the federal government, as a matter of duty, should come out to say, look, what in every year should we earmark in our federal budget? This is the amount we used to take care of the families of the fallen heroes.
The governor said some security personnel are not committed to the discharge of their duties due to poor welfare.
And that is why in our security agencies, most of them are not committed. Because you know when they die, all they will hear, launching of emblem to help their families. That's why sometimes I look back. Ordinarily, involvement in oil bunkers and economic sabotage. But most of them say, look, my brother, the way we have seen this country, let's see what we can make out and keep.
Correspondent Emeka Otuka reports that Governor Wike launched the emblem with 50 million naira. 23 local government chairmen also launched the emblem with 23 million naira. Elder statesman Ferdinand Alabrabra launched the emblem with 5 million naira, and King Danielson Douglas Jaja launched the emblem with 1 million naira on behalf of River State traditional rulers. Meanwhile, Governor Wike is said to have approved the release of 5 bags of rice per unit in all polling units in the state. Council chairman, party chairman, governors, liaison officers and candidates will receive the stocks and deliver them to their respective LGAs. A list of the rice distribution circulating online shows that Obiakpo LGA, which has about 1,200 polling units, will receive about 6,025 kg bags of rice. Ogubolo is to receive about 600 with its 131 polling units. In the meantime, Labour Party governorship candidate in River State, Beatrice Ibo, has criticized the River State government, saying it has been unable to pay gratuities of workers despite all the money being flaunted. In an interview, Mrs. Itubo says some workers have retired without being paid 4 years of promotion, while others were promoted at retirement. She claimed that about a year ago, when this calculation of what the government owed pensioners came up, it was discovered the Rivers government owed about 160 billion naira, which she said should have accumulated to about 200 billion naira since then. Moving on, the INEC head of Department of Voter Education and Publicity, Mark Usulo, says selling permanent voters cards is an effort in futility. Mr. Usulo, who was a guest on Nigeria Info's Morning Crossfire today, said the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) will be used to read PVCs and authenticate voters before they proceed to vote.
It is an effort in futility because there is no way you can vote without approaching the assistant presiding officer that will verify the authenticity of the card you are having. If preliminary investigations is done correctly, they will avail you the opportunity to thumbprint at the BVAS, and the BVAS will know whether you are the one or not. So there is no way you can beat the BVAS. I'm trying to let the electorate know that such undue influence, they should abhor it and do the right thing. Nobody should come to pressure them to collect money or collect the numbers.
Also speaking on the program, INEC National Commissioner for Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye, said that the commission has been able to recover from the various attacks on their officers, but if the attacks persist close to the election period, they might not be able to recover and conduct election in the affected areas.
What we are doing is that we are strategically approaching the whole challenge about attacks in our offices nationwide. As the chairman of the commission pointed out, we had over 50 attacks in the details of the federal. But in some of these attacks, we have really recovered from them. These attacks that have already occurred, we have the capacity to recover, and we are going to recover. But we have made it very clear that if these attacks occur too close to the election period, that it may be very difficult for us to recover and conduct elections in the affected local government.
Mr. Okoye also said the commission has put in place security measures to curb the persistent attacks and protect staff of the commission as well as the electorate during the election.
We are also using technology to safeguard our materials. We have a rapid information relay system that we have deployed to all our local government offices to enable us to track some of these things before they occur. Those partnerships with the various security agents, and they have assured us that they are going to deploy more advocates in all our offices nationwide to make sure that we arrange the system and proceed with our electoral system. In terms of our officials, in terms of election materials, and also in terms of the voters themselves, we have the clear assurance of the security agents and that every voter who is better of vote will have a safe and secure environment to vote.
Still ahead, Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees accuses state governors of plans to block local government autonomy bill. Stay tuned. We'll go for a quick break.
Any state government that is blocking the passage of this bill is anti-people, and Nigerians will come out and vote against the leadership of that state, either the state assembly or a gubernatorial candidate.
Mr. Olatunji said only 16 states out of the 36 states of the Federation have passed the local government autonomy bill.
The bill for passage of local government autonomy, both financial and administrative, has been transmitted to State House Assembly for over 8 months ago. We started with advocacy, the leadership of our assembly across the country, to sensitization across the country to prevent the House of Assembly and lobby them for good passage of the bill. Regrettably, as such, 20 states to be, and out of that 20 still vote in favor of the bill, while it didn't vote against the.
The Minister of Housing, Babashola, says the sit-at-home order by the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB contributed to the same delay in completion of the Second Niger Bridge project. Mr. Fashola says when he appeared as a guest of television Sunrise Day.
So the target date is somewhere April, May, but dates keep shifting, and people know that on the inside, our contractors have not been able to work on Mondays for almost 2 years. So that's affected the completion. Construction here is Monday, Saturday, but if you lose 52 or 40 for almost 15 days every year, you lose 52 days of construction. When you make that
Mr. Fada says the administration should be commended for its acting funds for infrastructural development across the country, despite the nation's low resources.
Don't forget we have Charlie financing, and people must understand that spent deserve, and this government by extension deserves every commendation for the way that it has decided to finance infrastructure, not by lost PPP that ill thought out and delete the execution of the project, but by mobilizing those resources for money that and pick out of. So when people are talking about poverty today, remember that people cost and contributed to it by taking money out of our commonwealth, going to stash it, bring back some of that money. Some are still coming in. Then our income dividends from NLNG is dedicated to this project. Good.
In bits, President Buhari has transmitted the Finance Bill 2022 to the National Assembly. The National Assembly is built to pass the 2022 Appropriation Bill by Thursday. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, during plenary yesterday, read out the cover letter of the President on the bill. In the bill, the federal government proposed expanding the tax nets and more equitable revenue sharing formula and allocation to state and local governments. In entertainment, disgraced U.S. movie titan Harvey Weinstein was convicted on Monday of the rape and sexual assault of a woman a decade ago in what prosecutors say was part of his reign of terror over aspiring young actresses in Hollywood. The 70-year-old pulp fiction producer, who was once one of the most powerful men in the film industry, faces up to 24 years in jail in addition to his sentence he is already serving for sex crimes in New York. In sports, Argentina's World Cup winners had to abandon an open-top bus parade in Buenos Aires and instead took a helicopter ride over the millions of ecstatic fans partying in the streets. The squad showed off the trophy at the start of a planned 8-hour journey, but celebrations on packed roads became more chaotic, forcing a rethink. Social media videos appeared to show fans jumping on the top deck of the bus carrying the players at one point when it passed underneath a bridge, with one fan falling off.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
On the foreign scene, Elon Musk has said he will resign as Twitter's chief executive officer when he finds someone foolish enough to take the job. The billionaire had promised to abide by the result of a Twitter poll which saw 57.5% of users vote yes to him quitting the role. He says he will still run the software and service teams after his replacement is found. Changes on the platform since his takeover have been much criticized. On the news this afternoon, you heard police have tracked down the killers of the 3 police escorts on Rumokoro flyover. The River State government is to compensate families of the slain police escorts with 20 million naira each. INEC moves to cover tax on its officers. On the foreign scene, Elon Musk to quit as Twitter CEO. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this afternoon. Collect your PVC and vote. Your vote is your voice. I am Kala Dakuru Batbo. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned to 92.3 Nigeria Info.